So let's talk everything.
Exclusive. Could you please introduce yourself?
So my name is Java Mahamud Jallo. Then you can call me short Jallo. I am from Sierra Leone, and today I'm so delightful to be in this talk show, which is Let Talks Everything, because this is a platform that gives young people uh, where they can voice and say most of their things and issues that's going around. And today specifically, I'm in the studio with our presenter, which is Halima. So I'm gonna talk specifically on culture and diversity, especially in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. That was a brief introduction of our studio guest, Cherno Mahmoud, Mr. Cherno Mahmoud Jallo. Let me add the Mr. So tell us about the Sierra Leone culture.
So let me start first by the definition of a culture, because this is something that very interesting and unique in everybody's society. So the word culture, as for me, I define the word is a way of life of a particular people in a particular setting. And this thing called culture is a very interesting something that even the Western people they are trying to preserve their own culture. So I can say for us African also we must try to preserve our own culture. So I'm going to talk about specifically like Sierra Leone because I'm from Sierra Leone, and also I'm from one of the ethnic group of Sierra Leone, which is the Fulani. So let me start all over again. Sierra Leone is a country that have 16 or to 18 ethnic group, and which in every of these ethnic group have their own unique traditions and way they do their things. So, like Sierra Leone is a very diverse country with these 16 ethnic group that are so peaceful, and everybody try to abide and also uphold the other people culture. So I can say it's a very interesting something, and it's a very interesting to discuss. And I can urge young people, especially people of the 16, 17, and 18, to be more, interested in their culture, because now, especially for Africans, we are just moving away from our culture, which I can say is not good. We should try to preserve our culture.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like you mentioned, you have about 16 to 18 ethnic groups in Sierra Leone. You are part of one of the ethnic groups, that is the Fulani. Can you tell us more about, the Fulani tribe?
Okay, like I can say, the Fulani tribe, they are of a dynamic, and also they are one of the ethnic groups in Sierra Leone. And I can say now we are the fourth or third largest group in Sierra Leone. And also for Sierra Leone, we the Fulani we don't have a specific location like the other tribes, like the Mendes, the Timnis, the Limbas, the Kono, the Yalunka, the Maninkas. We don't have a specific a place that we can say this is where originally we are located in Sierra Leone. I can say you can find us all over within the 18 districts of Sierra Leone. And for presently, as I'm speaking, the second gentleman in Sierra Leone is from my tribe, which is Dr. Mohammed Julde Diallo, and also is a way that, like for Sierra Leone, we are trying to unify and bring in all these cultural things together, because culture is something that bring people together. Because if you respect and honor another person culture, it will bring peace and also harmony among nations, which is very important. So, like for the Fulanis, we go in with the surnames like the Jalos, the Ba, the Bari, So, because these are the four groups that are presently in Sierra Leone, and sometimes the Timbo with the So. So, with these surnames, if you carry these surnames, that you can identify yourself as a Fulani in my country. But other tribes are also there that have a very unique culture, like the Limba people, which are the we can say they are the original Sierra Leoneans. They are very polite, peaceful in dealing with other tribes.
Oh, that's however, how has diversity influenced the world?
Okay, this one is a very interesting questions. Diversity influencing the world, because everybody, we are now in a global world because all this technology and social medias that they are trying to create in this 21st century is just to, for help people to contribute something meaningful to the world, because everybody have their own purpose, and with your own purpose, if you contribute to the world, then we can have a peaceful world. For example, now I'm in Malaysia, uh, doing an interview with Sister Ulaima from Liberia, and also we are in a university that have more than 54 countries, which I can say 54 nationalities, which we are learning from one another, different cultures, their food, their way of life, their way of dressing, and even how they communicate. Because one thing in your culture that is unique is that sometimes what in my culture that is so polite, in another person culture is something rude.
Is culture still being practiced in Sierra Leone and the world?
Yeah, for Sierra Leone, I can say yes, but it's not that much because like I said, these Western cultures are trying to eliminate other cultures because they are the people that are controlling the world. They are still doing, cultural, uh, they are still trying to, for their culture to be dominant around the world through the television we are watching, the movies, because these are all their culture they are trying to portray to the general public. So I can say Sierra Leone, we are still trying because even in the schools, we are having some cultural days that can teach and also tell the children their cultures and previous cultural people that have make names in the society. For example, like a woman by the name Mamiyoko. Mamiyoko is a great lady in Sierra Leone that have contributed greatly to cultural diversity in Sierra Leone. So it's a very great
Yeah,
question for that.
very, very great. So what impact has culture brings, to a nation, or most especially in Sierra Leone?
One I can say is like to unify, because sometimes this political system is trying to divert the people into different places. So with culture, can try to bring people together, because like I say, for Sierra Leone we have 18 ethnic group, and also within this we are trying like for Sierra Leone, most of one culture, you can see this intercultural marriages. One person from a different tribe is married in another person from different tribe. With this it can try to bring that difference among cultures, and also try to uphold and respect the other person cultures. Like the political system in my country, like I said, the president is from the Mende group, and the vice president is a Fula. Education minister is from the other tribe, which is the Timni. So with all these things, is bringing peace, and also like Sierra Leone experience a war of 11 years,
Devastated.
yeah, of 11 years. So at the end, what brings all this together is when people try to bring all people together with no matter their cultural heritage or their backgrounds, they just try to bring everybody on board. So with this, it helped to bring everything and calm everything together.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to the people of Sierra Leone and the people of the world to uphold, their cultural heritage?
Like for Sierra Leone, I can say specifically, like we know culture is very great. Like I always give a reference to this guy, by the name of Drizzleik. Drizzleik is a guy that tried to preach again, to bring back the cultural system of Sierra Leone through his music is doing. So now he's one of the influential person in my country, and also he have gained recognition all over the world, because like if you present your culture, this can make you to be a little bit different, and also show people that you got something that honor everyone's culture. So this is my advice to the people and also to the world at large.
So what's your parting statement for today's interview?
My ending statement,
Yeah.
my ending statement is that like a culture, if we able to respect and uphold culture, we can have a peaceful and achieve the united goal for everyone, that is peace and stability, and culture make the world a better place. So thanks Sister Halima for this wonderful.
I mean, my name is not Halima. My name is
Ulaima. Yeah.